Do you know the moment when you can stay trapped in childish dreams and the rest of the world insists on growing up? The video Jordan Peterson, Men Who Are Trapped in Childhood, is dedicated to the main investigation of growing up process and precocious difficulties that people face nowadays. Psychologist and leading public intellectual Jordan Peterson helps to explain how many men currently have a problem with the idea of growing up, with staying young forever, and avoiding the responsibilities that are inherent with manhood. It is a profound conversation that makes one think about the actual meaning of maturity and success as concepts. This video isn't a one-sided theoretical presentation of being lost in their careers. It's a reality check for anyone struggling with lack of purpose or motivation. It is fairly easy to ask this question, especially when you feel that there are individuals who are moving ahead in life while others just can't seem to start moving towards achieving their goals and making something out of their lives due to their inability to make the right decisions, or lack of decision to act, as it were. This way, Peterson, with the help of his quotes, shows what a man loses staying immature and teaches viewers that it is high time to step on and take their lives into their hands. You'll actually get to see real-life examples of how you can get your life together and unleash the ultimate potential within you and escape the prison that is childhood. As you tune in, ask yourself, welcome to the world of adult human rights, where you can leave the comfort of childhood behind for the can't-miss opportunity of a better life. Not only does this video provide insights into the psychological issues that limit us, it shows how to upgrade your life. By the end of this narrative, one can be motivated to accept responsibility and work hard to have a better and brighter tomorrow, that is, making cool cash and achieving personal responsibilities. All this is a great chance to change the vision and bring back the people's potential. When it comes to the process of the self-improvement, it is critical to state that Peter Pan can be viewed as a symbol of the internal conflicts people experience in the process of self-development. He represents everyone's idea about the longing for freedom from the responsibilities of life, staying a child forever. At the same time, the figure of Captain Hook embodies tediousness of the aging process as well as the adverse outcome of shunning responsibility. It's a story with which every man and woman can easily identify himself or herself, and with which every person can perfectly agree who is standing in front of a difficult decision whether to become a successful contender or a responsible adult. Think about it. How often do we hear such a nice message and at the same time witness people's reluctance to change and their desire for the opposite, stagnation? This internal conflict may be expressed in different ways, including making a habit of procrastination, avoiding taking right decisions in life that would lead to a better life. For instance, a person might maintain a job that would otherwise allow him reach optimum financial status and thereby optimal performance. This may be so comfortable but rarely fulfills our needs and wants, as well as denies us more opportunities in life. The point here is to keep it in mind that taking responsibility opens the door to great chances for personal and financial growth, which, in turn, will allow a person to become happier. In addition, the story provokes thinking about the impact arising from the actions and decisions made in favor of the goal people have set. That is why, addressing the concerns that one may face during his or her development, everyone can reveal himself or herself to the maximum. Think of a young person who wants to pursue more education or have a side hustle oriented towards making money. While this kind of decision-making may be tough, it can also result in positive feelings of achievement and a better future. So as we advance in analyzing the concept of maturation, we are able to observe that the losses made today oftentimes equal to gains in the future. It is always a process of transition from freedom to imprisonment, and therefore, people have to lose their childhood and the dreams of an endless potential in favor of a concrete, finite end. This is not about aging but experiencing transformations that entail making complex decisions that define one's life. To some, the notion of moving to an adult forum may be daunting, seeing it bear the covenant of the societal standards that will be imposed as well as the responsibilities of being a breadwinner. First of all, we have to accept that even though freedom that youth possesses is energizing, it is also rather aimless if properly managed. Suppose a youth who wants to change the world and do things that he or she is passionate about in his or her lifetime endeavors. However, as they grow up, they will have to drop their dreams to take a permanent job for secure future. They give an individual this decision, which results in regret as well as desire for things that they left behind in those adventures. It's important, however, to know that making these sacrifices will not mean completely giving up on one's dreams. It is also about striking the right balance between the dream and responsibility. For example, a person might engage in arts while holding a formal employment where he or she can pursue his or her self-actualization in his or her spare time besides being financially secure. Finally, The process of aging in literature is the search for the ways to accept one's limitations on the one hand and to strive for the better life on the other. It's in understanding that sacrifices have been made that people can be better disposed towards the changes and experiences that have shaped them. For instance, there can be a person who is tired of working in an office and having a regular 9-to-5 job and who thus decides to become an entrepreneur. This decision might be dangerous, but it offers people the possibility to have a wonderful life and the opportunity to make a better life for oneself and families. The implications of the concept of deferred maturity are therefore rather interesting, and when reflecting on such outcome, it becomes evident that decisions made in the present influence the future. Real-life adult potential. This comes with severe repercussions later in life, thus making people develop early and have adequate experience when they are still young. It can be said that there is the old proverb that, with great power comes great responsibility, and this aphorism can be applied to the process of personal transformation as well. This way, such people fail to cope with adult responsibilities, and therefore we have a cycle of stress and the inability to achieve personal fulfillment. Let us imagine a young man or woman who goes out of fun and does not care about responsibilities and job search and, all of a sudden, finds himself or herself to be in his or her late 20s or early 30s with no job to go to. Lack of focus in these areas can therefore result to feeling of purposelessness and a feeling of being left behind by peer groups. Also, other cultures such as universities are also known to make this worse by allowing one to remain in immaturity for longer periods while harbor debts. I have in mind a student who will spend so many years studying to get a degree but without any idea of how the knowledge acquired can be implemented. Despite this, education is known to be very useful. However, one should go for it with an agenda and a program for the same. The effects of delayed maturity may be personal, financial, or have impacts on the relation between the two people. We have to realize that decisions made today will have a great influence on tomorrow's lives. Therefore, if we, as adults, willingly take up these challenges and make choices which are in line with our decision-making and end goals, we have a better future ahead of us filled with positive changes for the better. As what has been emphasized throughout this writing, one can never be too old to take charge in his life and make changes that will create a better life. As we've explored the complexities of growing up and the challenges that come with it, one thing is clear. There is no better life waiting for you around the corner, and one has to have courage and determination and face the things one is afraid of. In analyzing the video, Jordan Peterson, Men Who Are Trapped in Childhood, we have seen how much it is easy to get entrapped in the childish nature, although we have also learnt that true happiness lies in assuming the responsibilities that come along with adulthood. So, what's next? Now it is up to doing something. Ask yourself, in what respects are you likely to receive impacts of unsatisfactory academic performance? When are you unfree because fear or doubt restrains your actions? After identifying these areas, figure out how to solve them if possible. Alternatively, find ways of mitigating their impacts. This means we should set realistic goals, define the time frame, and ensure that all the required transitions are made. This is a great lesson that nothing happens overnight, but every step made is a step gained. Now that you have embraced the change and the process of self-development, do not forget to be motivated. Hope for the best, don't make bad company, go out and look for those who have made it before you and follow their footsteps. If you are in need of more information or motivation, please do not forget to stay tuned with this channel and turn on the notification bell. We will also be here for you as you continue going for the better future you wish for, one that relates to high performance and making of money. As they say, the only way is up, the choice is yours. Are you still going to be a kid, allowing your childhood dreams to hinder you, or blossom into an adult and make your own dream come through? It is time to usher in your power, and let's begin.